edition of the Sustainability Pitch.
We the Gen Zs and the millennials, we are concerned about keeping fit, being healthy. But yeah, there are gyms around, but how many people can actually afford to go to gyms? So, but when we have sports facilities in communities that is accessible and affordable to everyone, it will actually to it will help people to want to engage in sporting activities. Imagine I have a sports center in my neighborhood. I would be encouraged to want to go there daily, maybe daily or weekends to work out. And I'm imagine going there daily or weekend and I see it's courtesy of Access Corporation. Imagine every youth going there, seeing that it's courtesy of Access Corporation. It's going to benefit the corporation because it's going to improve the image and the goodwill of the corporation.
Imagine Mr. and Mrs. Adebanke, they just finished, or they just ended their 2 years wedding anniversary, and then they gave birth to Taiwan Kendi. And Kendi, 4 months down the line, is okay. She can move ahead, she can sit down. But Taiwo here, you still have to feed him. He can't move, he can't respond. So out of anxiety, obviously being the first children, they had to rush him to the hospital. And here they're told, your child has cerebral palsy. They were taken aback. What is cerebral palsy? We've never heard of it before. Now, they were told by the doctor that there's no cure for cerebral palsy. You will just have to take care of the child, and the child will be a liability for you forever. Taiwo was taken back home and made to stay indoor. Kende went on with her life, could attend school, could do everything. Now, Taiwo, like the rest of the children having cerebral palsy, are faced with this stigma. Now, the question is, what is cerebral palsy? Half of our audience here don't know what cerebral palsy is. Cerebral palsy is a neurological disorder wherein your nerves cannot move. You cannot control your nerves. To take care of a cerebral palsy diagnosed child, you need about 500,000 annually. In 2018, President Buhari announced that money will be deployed to take care of cerebral palsy children. But up till now, unfortunately, nothing has been done. This is a very huge opportunity for Access Corporation to invest into, partner with Federal Ministry of Health, create a sensitization program for even the mothers of these cerebral palsy children. Most of them think it's a spiritual problem, and so they do nothing about it.
What we as a corporation can do is, so we partner with selected tertiary institutions and then create tech hubs where we provide laptops, we provide internet free Wi-Fi, we provide 247 lights. It's not an issue of, oh, I would love to learn programming, or I would love to be good, I would like to be an expert in Python. I cannot afford a laptop, or I don't have money for data, or, oh, we don't have light in my area. This is what this tech hub is going to do.
In Nigeria, lack of quality education is so rampant that we see many of our students outside the school. Even the ones that actually attend school, some of them sit on the floor, some of them go outside smoking, some of them go and be doing social media and so on and so forth. Access Corporation can take this project, can provide amenities to secondary schools, amenities as little as tables and chairs and exercise books will go a very long way in addressing this problem.
The female population in Nigeria is about 106 million. Out of that figure, 36 million women and girls do not have access to menstrual hygiene products. That is called period poverty. You see where girls have to, impede their daily activities like going to school, participating in sports, activities that they would normally enjoy, but because of non-access to, sanitary towels, sanitary pads, they tend to not participate in these activities. And then it affects their education, it affects so many aspects of their lives for a period of maybe 3 to 7 days. They can't participate with the society. Access Corporation can help with this problem. I'm proposing by, you know, donating reusable sanitary towels, sanitary pads. Notes I said reusable because um, the normal sanitary pads used that is rampant right now in society are not biodegradable. So it would be better to, if we are going to go through this route, it would be better to use reusable pads so that we're also tackling the problem of pollution.
If the bank can, say, service customer vehicles, not all customers, maybe a particular group of customers, be it high net worth individuals or certain groups of customers. Now, they provide these services to them. It doesn't only increase the brand of the bank. It also increases the bank's customer retention ability, human interacting with the environment in such a way that we leave resources for the future people to come. So it is important that we try to curb out or reduce the carbon emissions we emit into the environment.
We're here to impact lives. We serve communities, we serve people, and we have to give back in ways that are spectacular, in ways that are unforgettable, in ways that will leave an impression, in ways that would generate brand love, so that when people think about Access Corporation or Access Bank or any of our verticals, they're thinking this is a company or an organization that does good.
Abraham, you had really good energy, a lot of style, but I think you tried to do too much. You talked about furniture for secondary schools, you talked about boot camps, and then you talked about an internship for those who graduate coming in here. The last one would have given you a whole lot of points because it was very scalable and sustainable. You could have said an intern in every branch, top student in every branch. That would have gotten you there. Tech. That was really good, but it doesn't solve the problem of Jack buying because when you give them that education, they're going to use it. Yeah. So there was that. But I liked the fact that you focused on jobs. The demographic boom could spell demographic boom. That's really important, and we need to think about it. Sports, sports lady, I was really intrigued. I like that you talked about partnerships. I would have liked more clarity on how it would change, but I like the impact on health. It was a unique take on health.
Zibokun spoke about, talk about the sports, which is, if you look at it today, Access Bank is doing maybe a lot around that area. We're sponsoring the marathon, and we're doing other things. We're supporting the cycling community. But when she mentioned the idea of maybe doing something feasible that people can actually point to, maybe having a mini stadium. In terms of Fashola did 12 within Lagos State. In the whole of Lagos State, he created 12 mini stadia, and people are still using it today. But some of them, due to the way we maintain things in Africa, some of them are already becoming the shadow of their selves. Access Bank can partner with Lagos State. Another one is the cerebral palsy, which really got me thinking that the data the person actually presented and all that, the number of children, what it takes to cater for one and all that. And when you have ever seen a family struggling with a child that has one of these disabilities, you will appreciate what she said.
The idea of helping women with menstrual health and doing something very practical where we can distribute these pads, these towelettes. We have ways to do that across the country, and I think it would make a really big difference. So I will echo what has been said now, I think, by everyone, that it is a brilliant idea, and I think we should do something to explore that further. But something that also really resonated with me. So many of you may know that I was in the UK before I came here. And so I saw what happened as the country shut down youth centers, shut down sports centers, took away places for young people to go. And I've seen what the impact of that has been on people across the United Kingdom, and it's been terrible. And it's led to more violence, it's led to more health problems, it's led to educational problems. And so the idea that we could either create, or I think your idea as well, to rehabilitate centers is a really excellent idea.
You have to keep trying. There's nothing wrong in failing. You would fail again. You get anxious again. You would find it, you forget your lines again, but you just have to keep at it. You have to keep practicing. You don't have to wait till when you are in front of an audience that intimidates you.
The idea around sanitary hygiene came second. Can we please give it up to her? And Ibukun for the sports hub. Can we please give it to Ibukun? Cerebral palsy, right? Yeah. One from the judges as well.
For all the contestants, please can we stand up and can we give them a round of applause? You only 6 people, only 6 people. The people that contested, sit down. We want to give you a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you for taking up the challenge. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your boldness. Thank you that we're just starting history, so we do appreciate you guys. So another round of applause for them. Thank you. So we can all sit down, so we appreciate you. So for Ibukun, thank you for your idea on sport. I wasn't here, but I guess maybe, Miriamu, Omobolanle, and I are the people that should be joining you, right? So, thank you. Ezine, maybe Ayodele is here, right? So maybe you need to tell the AWN women, right, what they should be doing, right? So thank you for your idea as well. And for Deborah, who won, right? Thank you for bringing up stories that are real in everyday lives. Thank you for, I guess I wasn't sure. I don't know why the judges and everybody else voted. But I think the idea in terms of can we do some levels of advocacy wherein we're partnering and telling, I actually didn't know that people have traced the reasons why people have cerebral palsy. So thank you. At least I got informed today for that. So thank you. There's a prize for you, right? 100,000 for you from Amechi, right? Can we give it up for Amechi? So I also, for everyone who participated, right, I will give you, each and every one of you, 25,000 by myself. Thank you. Okay, so can we give it up for the judges, because they're going to, just 1 minute. They're giving 10,000 naira, and it is that money I'm going to share for the number 2 and number 3. So thank you, judges. So I see like 50,000 for number 2 and number 3. So I add up Deborah's money by 50,000. So thank you all.